Hello everyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem, The Sacred Echoes, a Fire Emblem 8 ROM hack by hypergammaspaces. I am Pandan, and today we're continuing on with not a new game. We're loading our alternative save. The power of emulation. Alright, so what do we got here? Zofia Harbor. I think this is the final chapter. We're gonna just dive right in. Yeah, because there's the castle. Here we go. This has been fun. This like totally scratched my Gaiden itch. Zofia Harbor, even here there are pirates? Looks like the remaining Barth supporters aren't too happy about what we did to their boss. And more of those blue freaks too. Everyone, all of southern Zofia depends on this port. We must restore peace to this town and save Novus. Alright. Here we go. Is this everyone? Yeah, this is everyone. It's been like a day since I played. I'm like, this feels like a small crew. We're running... oh yeah, here we go. Ocean Merc. Watch out. Okay. Dude, I love this palette, man. This is such a good palette. Okay, so this is definitely Valbar time. Is there anything interesting here? Arcanist? Wielders of deep and ancient magic. Nito. Hide shield. Alright, alright. See what you're saying, game. Let's just dive right in as we continue to do. May have some company later. Best keep an eye out for pillagers. Damn sea dogs, always looking for distraction to go looting. Is that an anti-turtle incentive in my Fire Emblem game? What is this? What is this? I know what this is though. May. Let's go, Valbo. Maybe Bowie to warm it up. Yeah, warm up with Bowie. Oh. Come on, Valbo. Okay. Some G-Dagger. Ooh, the crit. Okay, Leon doing a little bit of chip work for us here. There we go. Seraphim is so good. This feels like an exceptionally good Celica. This is like endgame ready Celica. Maybe not that far. Man, we have Physic now too. Jenny's just real. She's seriously ready to roll. The description did not lie. And there's Kamui pulling up the rear. The G-Dagger! He's going off. Okay. A rank. Okay. Okay, let's see. Leon, get him out of here. Big levels. Okay. Look at May just steamrolling everything in her path. We don't even have to. We could do some Physic. We don't even need to be adjacent anymore. The power of. Dude, Physic was so clutch. Okay, you can keep working that out over there. There we go. Saber. This guy doesn't move, so Valbo can safely move in. Tanky boy. Bowie being more useful than I ever would have imagined. There we go. Getting some speed. I feel like Bowie is kind of like what Gray would be like as a mage, but I could be totally wrong. Oh, I can do Celica May support, I think. Alright. Now I'm curious what kind of AI gamma set here for these guys. Valabar with the dodge! Who is this man? Alright. Okay. Long range Leon coming in hot. May. May's just ready to choke this dude out up close. Doesn't even want the terrain. Come on, Bowie. Dude, 3-range magic is so crazy. Alright, Saber's taking one heck of a beating. I think Saber's gonna peel this way. Get out of range. Jenny can do some healing. Good stuff. And then, okay, I think Celica's just gonna like wreak havoc on the right side. Yeah, okay, so that's the good AI. There we go. May. May might kill herself though here. Yep. Whoops, guess I messed up again. Looks like I messed up again. We're playing this the right way. We're not just gonna wantonly blitz the chapter this time. Okay. Let's try once again. Oof. Maybe I should have just kept going without... It would have felt wrong to keep going without May. She's been here with us the whole time. Ooh, Bowie's level up not as good. Yeah, this is... We're like getting... Since we're so close to the end of the game... I mean, this is the last chapter in the patch. What is with everyone missing? It's like we're playing Gaiden. It's like we're playing Gaiden. Yeah, like when you get to this far into the hack, and you're just like, victory is so near, it's just like, whatever. Not a Sacred Echoes issue, just it's a me thing. It's not you, it's me game. Invoke. When in doubt, invoke strats. I'm invoking strats. Got 5 of them. Alright, so maybe we could just send the Phantom Squad this way. Go, my Phantom Soldiers, go. They're just gonna... The Phantoms are just gonna run train on everyone. There we go. Maybe Kamui? Kamui? Look at him doubling the Ocean Man. That has to be a mistake, Gamma. You can't have just put him... I can't imagine a logical reason to have that man swimming. Just taking a leisurely swim in the port of Zofia. Okay. No, my Phantom Army. It's not boding well for them. Nice dodge. The Phantom looks at this other soldier and is like, I'm you. Alright, let's see. It's so hard to not just like want to Seraphim the heck out of everything. Yeah, maybe Celica and the Phantoms take out the rest of these guys. There we go. Yeah, let's just like make a wall. I'm just gonna like hug these guys to death. And then Bowie. Take out this archer because he's gonna do mean things to me if I'm not careful. Let's see. Leon. Okay. Valor's gonna keep moving. What are you saying? I'm down with this. Okay, then... We can just keep invoking. I wonder how many soldiers we're allowed to have at once. I forget how that works. Kamui. This guy wants to fight Kamui. I'll let him. So this is a situation where I kind of like that dude being stationary, because if the pirate can attack, he will go for the house, so it's a pretty clever use of a choke point. And these mercs are way more difficult than the pirates are. These poor axemen continue to be shafted. Ooh, going down low. There we go, Jenny. Hand axe elbow. And then... Excellent. This is going much better than last time. Skill and speed. A true merm level. True GBA merm. Alright. Kind of wish Thunder was a little bit beefier, but we'll have to just make do. Okay. Leon with speed only. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Kamui. No more pirates. Alright. Oh, it's a route map? A route map? I feel like this one shouldn't be a route map, but I understand. So I do have to wait quite a while for these reinforcements to show up. At least I'm assuming they're going to charge me. So I'll just let Saber deal with them, I guess. Did you hear? Some pirate dogs made for Greeth's citadel with a girl in tow. Struth! A brave sellsword staying at the pub even took after the poor dear. But Greeth ain't the sort you cross and live to speak of. Nasty fellow is he. Oh, you intend to go off too, don't you? Take this ambrosia then, and it may bring you some protection. There we go. What's the ambrosia do again? Is that defense? Yeah. Alright, Bowie. Long range Bowie. Ooh, the crit! Get out of here, kid. Alright. Go, Celica, go. My army of phantoms. Man, this guy's chunky. Alright, we're just gonna keep going this way. Okay. I feel like these guys need to charge me. I feel like there's a lot of dead space in this area. Besides the archer, there's just a lot of dead space. I think that would help with the flow over here. Like, it makes sense for the boss to stay still, but these guys should charge. This guy should start moving after X number of turns. I feel like with route maps, if you don't... And I'm going to always say this, and this is not just like a Sacred Echoes thing, but like if you're going to make a route map, I really think that a route map needs to have enemies that move to make it... If you're not going to do a timer, because a timer doesn't always make sense in every context, if you're not going to do a timer, which is fine, you need to make the enemies move. Because otherwise it's just like, I'm just kind of running around killing everything. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But I like that guy, that pirate coming in to take the village out. That's a good one. Good reinforcement. Alright, let's see. Bowie. Phantom. Can't visit. Smart. Heal up Celica. Okay. And then over here. Okay. A little worried about Valbo here. How does Valbo do? He's getting pretty wrecked from being square with you. Let's see. Just keep on bringing him in. Sometimes it's better just to send the phantoms in. Okay, Valbo, can you clean this up? Valbo! Alright, now the phantoms. Invoke is so busted. It's really funny how busted Invoke is. Why didn't those two guys attack? Are they scared of? Are they that scared of Kamui? My level 8 mercenary who should have promoted. Come on, Bowie. There we go, Celica. Go, my Phantom Army. These Phantoms have seen better days. But I have more. Over here. This is just like Jenny's Phantoms. Jenny might be the best unit because of all the Phantoms, honestly. Clutching out the 66. Heal her. Heal Valbo. Valbo's not gonna fare well against all of these magic dudes. But we're gonna give it our all here. No, it's not gonna end well for you, sir. What's Saber saying? Saber's actually saying something pretty decent. Okay. Why are those guys running away? Those guys should have attack AI Gamma. Because that looks like they're just, it's set to move only. Destroy and move only. They should have attack AI. Especially because in a route I have to deal with them. So, just making it so that they'll, you know, suicide onto me if they so choose versus running away would be pretty nice. I don't really get why this guy's here. He's absurdly buff. And I mean, it's fine that he's absurdly buff. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's more so, why is there just like a stationary target? I mean, he's just like a big hunk of experience for me to take, which I'm cool with. But I just find the choice a little strange. Let's see. Alright, and... don't worry guys, we have the power of... Physic. It's so good! C rank. It's not good looking good for you, Valbo. Alright. A patented invoke strat. Surround the enemy. Ooh, May. Alright. We're cleaning up house here. Celica continuing to put in work. The double dodge! The Phantom! The clutch Phantom. My most valuable Phantom. Holy heck, guys. See, this is just like this is silly. Alright, Leon. No, like how the pirate runs into the field and he's like, oh crap. This is not where I needed to be right now. From cut purse to corsair, every thief in Zofia answers to a man called Greeth. Even the pirate king Barth was but one of his henchmen. Greeth's citadel stands tall in the desert. Colossal thing it is. That's where they hold all the captives his men bring as tribute. If you're going to deal with them, take this axe. Best of luck. The killer axe. Valbo. That's a nice icon too, man. That's a really nice icon. Let's go. The Axe of Valbo. Can we try and do some crazy... I want to try getting a crit on this guy. Big level up for May, maybe? Dude, her magic stats are insane. She procs magic every level up. I don't think I'm gonna have time to get Oh, can the Phantom snag the kill? That'd be really funny. Maybe Jenny? No. It's gonna be the Phantoms, I think. Let's we're just gonna have the Phantoms do it, guys. They're gonna try. Just to prove a point. It's a hasty miasma. Alright. Phantom. Actually, this guy deserves it because he's the one who clutched out the dodges. He deserves a shot at him. Warg! It's Warg! So good. That's good clean fun here. There we go. It's like a dream. The pirates scuttled. Zofia Castle free. I keep asking people to pinch. The castle is freed. How do you mean? Didn't you hear? The deliverance have run to say out of the castle. Word is they have a new leader who led the attack himself. He's a young lad. Claims to be the grandson of General Myson. Whoever he is, the boy brought the entire army back from the brink. General Myson. Grandpapa, are you certain of this? Of course, wouldn't a man to repeat baseless rumor now, would it? The boy is the talk of the kingdom, a hero's grandson turned hero himself. Oh gods, and the person leading the deliverance is. It's like the dawn of a new day for us. To think, we've got a hero on our side. The deliverance forces are holding in Zofia Castle for now. But there's talk of them taking up the march again before long. They won't stop till there's nary a Regalian dog left on Zofian soil. Then they mean to march on the Regalian army? Oh, how could you be so reckless? Celica, is everything alright? You look as pale as a shade. Did Boy tell you some stupid ghost story again? No, I'm fine, thank you. But might we travel to Zofia Castle before setting out for the temple? There's something I need to see for myself there. At the castle, you know we would follow you anywhere, milady, but is that wise? It's been years, Bowie. No one would recognize me as I am now. What's this now? Nothing at all. Just talking about the maid, you know? The lovely one who's asking after you over at the pub. Something about wanting to give whoever sank those pirates her thanks. Did she now? Well, a hero mustn't spare on a lady's wishes. Saber. I've dreamt of you for so long. Dreamt I might see you again. But please, not like this. The leader of the deliverance? I pray that's some horrible mistake still. I'll only know for sure once I see for myself. Dude, my eyes to see me? Huntis, do you live still? Well, that was a little funny little glitch there. My, it looks like you forgot to unload Celica there. That's all good. My, it looks like you've reached the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. Please play the next release to the next chapters. This was super fun. Great job, Gamma. Like, super impressive work. It's hard to give this like a really proper critique because it's like it's a remake or a demake or a reimagining. It's an adaptation, I think is what we're gonna call it. It's really hard to do that for a game like this because to critique the game is also to like critique Gaiden, and that's not really fair to you. You're making, to me, it's like I'm viewing this project as you're making Gaiden accessible to people who either one are put off by the NES, which is fair. 2, don't have a 3DS. And 3, really like GBA mechanics. So this is just like a really nifty project. I think on the technical side, like what you've accomplished is incredible. Moving on the world map, the entire promotion system, getting all the palettes. There's so much stuff that just runs so seamlessly that unless you were a ROM hacker, you would have no idea the amount of work that goes into that. So I give you my highest regards for all that you've done on the technical side. I would say this and like Legends of Avenir are probably the two most like technically impressive hacks I've played recently. There's just so much cool stuff in this hack that really makes it feel like Gaiden. And I think the most important thing, the way I look at this project, is that you've very successfully captured the feel of Gaiden. Actually, I'm gonna go to the soundtrack. While we're listening to, as much as I love Thracian music, let's listen to some frickin' Gaiden music. Let's see. Where is it? 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 I know exactly which one I'm looking for. Yes. So yeah. So I think with all of the technical work that you've done, Gamma, and the art, and the maps, and just the way everything plays, I really feel like I'm playing Gaiden. And that's really cool, because GBA and Gaiden are so vastly different from each other, but it just works super well. Like, and I think just some of the small tweaks that you've made have done an excellent job of taking advantage of what GBA has to offer and really making this a fresh experience. Like, there's like rescue mechanics, easy, right? Adding in axes, great. Like, such a small little change just like adds like such a freshness to the experience, which I really like. Changing up the maps, like just varying them up a little bit, I think that helps a lot. I think, and I know that you alluded to this like when we were chatting about me taking this on to play, because I'd been wanting to for a long time, but I think technically amazing. The general gameplay feel of Gaiden, really good. Like just the way like the units fight and all of that kind of stuff, and just like how it feels to do combat very much feels like Gaiden, which I really like for this type of project. Given that it is a Gaiden remake. The other piece of it is the art and the palettes. Like aesthetically, this game is super duper on point, dude. All the art's really good. There's not a single bad mug in the game. And I think because you're doing all of it yourself, there's such a clean consistency in style that I think really helps. Like, I can look at your art and be like, that's Gamma piece. And all of them are Gamma pieces, and they all look great. Like, they're all really nice reimaginings of the Echo's artwork. I'm really curious to see like what some of the Act 3 and Act 4 characters look like. Those will be really cool to see. It'll be really good. So, aesthetically, excellent. The writing, so I know I commented on this earlier. With regards to the writing, I think Act 1 was pretty strong in terms of like the scenes from the optional bits of the echoes that you took and how you adapted that. And I think that there's a real skill there in being able to look at another piece of work and figure out how to sort of reorder and splice it to make it work in that format. You're adapting it. You're making an adaptation. You know, this is like taking a book and turning it into a movie. You're taking a video game that's presented in one format and presenting it in another. And there are certain things that you have to do to make that work. And I think you do a nice job of tying that together. There was some stuff that like I felt was like a little bit of like an eye roll or a little too like on the nose, like Python saying like fine, twist my arm, like right when he joins. Like I'm just like, okay, like that's an obvious one. You could have waited to deliver that one. Jenny's description saying she's ready to roll, like it's a cute little reference, but I could see someone else just kind of being like, this is cheesy, I don't like this. Act 2 definitely felt a lot more bare bones in terms of plot and in terms of story. And I forget, like, because it's been a while since I've played through Echoes, but I forget how much extra stuff goes on in the Act 2 story. I feel like it's a lot of just like boat map after boat map after boat map, and you don't really get a lot of story in between. So forgive me if I thought that it just came across as like, all right, you put together like a scene to like continue just moving through to get this out there. I would like to see like a little bit more fleshed out, because I feel like there's more from the characters we could see. Because I remember there just being quite a bit more, but I don't remember how much more. I do kind of like want to go back and replay Echoes now to see how like my experience compares to this. Also because I just can't get enough of boat maps. But the dialogue in Act 2 felt a little bit shakier than in Act 1, which I thought was really on point. Let's see. What's next? And then I would say, like, I think the area where there's the biggest opportunity are the maps. I think some of the ones you've reimagined are good, and I think some of them make improvements. I think it doesn't go all the way to resolving the quote-unquote issues that players will have with Gaiden, and that's fair, right? It's like I said before, the game feels like Gaiden, and that's a good thing, but the maps are something that I think a lot of people are less crazy about. Like, even if the combat is like Gaiden, the maps should need to feel a little bit less like Gaiden in some ways, if that makes sense. And so, like, there are some maps that, like, are straight, like, one-to-one, very similar, very true to their roots of either Gaiden or Echoes, and that's fine. Like, I hope, like, later on you keep Nui Baba's abode exactly the same, because it's a quintessential Gaiden map, and like the first Celica boat map, the opener to Alm's route. Like, to me, these are just very core to the Gaiden experience. But then, like, I think the issue that people have is like, okay, like, I've had 5 boat maps in a row, and they're all kind of the same thing. How do we mix it up? And I think you did some nice jobs mixing it up. I think aesthetically the maps are fine. I think where there needs to be work is on, like, enemies moving and objectives. Like, there's a lot of route, and route maps are kind of a snooze. Like, I kind of go into autopilot, especially, like, once my units get strong, I don't have to really think as much. And I think, like, there's an overall lack of pressure being put on the player to advance and proceed and not just kind of take their sweet time. And again, Gaiden didn't really do this very well. Just in general, there wasn't really a lot of anti-turtle in Gaiden or in Echoes. But given that you're playing in GBA, you have villages, you have chests, you have thieves now. There's a lot of new stuff that you've added in that kind of brings it closer to like some of the things you can do in GBA. And so I think you just need to take that a step further with the way you're managing the enemy AI. I really firmly believe route maps need to have moving enemies to keep them interesting. I think there's far too many stationary enemies that don't move at all. And with the low movement of this game, it can be a little bit of a drag to like lug everyone around. I think having more reason to split your army in different places, I think needs to happen too. There really aren't great incentives to split. That last map actually had a pretty good incentive to split with the 2 villages and the pirates coming after them. But I would say just in general, just something to think about like as you continue working on the maps in the later parts. Just think through like, how can I make this split up a little bit more? If it's like a straight shot to the boss, what else can I do to make like multiple paths and like encourage the player to go multiple places? I think that kind of stuff is definitely going to help make the late game maps a little bit more interesting and a bit more differentiated, because I think like the early maps are fine because they're quick. Like, I was breezing through these in like 15-30 minutes, which is great for these early game maps, Act 1 and Act 2. I think as you get into Act 3 and Act 4, when things start to really pick up, you're going to want to make sure that the maps are a bit more differentiated, and since we have more units to play with, splitting is a lot more viable of a strat. What can we do to encourage that? So I think that'll help out with the general design a lot of those later maps. But, I mean, you have all the videos now to see, like, how I thought about each one, so you can get all the specifics there if you want to make any changes. But otherwise, man, this was really good. This was a really fun experience. I had a great time playing it. And I look forward to seeing what else you do, man, because there's a lot of cool stuff I know that's upcoming. I'm sure there are technical challenges around. And if you, the viewer, are someone who's not Gamma and you have the means to help this guy out, man. He's doing a lot of cool shit. And this is a project to watch out for. So I'll close out by saying that I know there were some, and maybe this is too much of a call out, but during Fire Emblem E3, there was a remark that I heard that really rubbed me the wrong way, that these types of remakes don't have value. And I strongly disagree with that sentiment. I think projects like these really just push the GBA to new limits. I think it makes, an improved vanilla experience for people who may not have access to that or are otherwise too intimidated to try, and really helps tell these stories that some people may never hear. And I love the Gaiden story. I think it's a really, really it's a good tale. Yes, it has plot issues like any Fire Emblem will, but to me, there's a lot about access to these games and making them more accessible to people who may not have the means to play them. And in that sense, they do have a lot of value. So we should definitely continue to support these projects. I would love to see someone try and remake Thracia in GBA or Path of Radiance in GBA. Imagine if someone made a Laguz system for GBA. That'd be freaking rad. Maybe they could figure out how to fix Laguz even, right? There's a lot of cool shit you can do with GBA today. And since I've been active in the community again, in the past 2-3 years, it's really impressive to see how much has cropped up. Just so much new tech. There's so much interest. We're really pushing FE8 to the max, and it's exciting to see. So these types of projects do have value. I think they're worth pursuing, and I think they're really fun. I'd much rather pick up my GBA emulator and just play Sacred Echoes if, front to back, and have to worry about finding my 3DS and playing through that and not having rescue dropping. My god, without rescue drop, how do I get through this? Or having to slog through the NES. This is fun. This is really good. I love Gaiden. It's really got it has this, I think anyone who's played Gaiden that likes it, I think they all have the same kind of affinity towards it, where they're just so enamored with it. And for a while I was not super like that, but as I played through this and kind of reminded myself of how much I enjoyed Echoes and Gaiden the first time I played it, it's really rekindled, my love for that game. And Gaiden's certainly an upper half FE game for me, as is Echoes. And so this game, it really, I'll say it again, it's really scratched my itch for Gaiden, because I've been thinking about playing it, and this was just the perfect way to play it, but keeping it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fresh. And I'm excited to start all over again and play when the new stuff is out. So I look forward to that, Gamma. Other than that, guys, I don't have too much else to say. I know I've been talking for a while, but this has been Fire Emblem Sacred Echoes, a Fire Emblem 8 ROM hack by hypergammaspaces. And I look forward to seeing what comes next. So guys, thank you again for watching. Definitely recommend you pick this up. Give the man some feedback, and we'll take it from there. Now, until next time, be safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.